எந்த வருஷம் பாஸ்ட் அவுட்? 90. எப்படி இவங்க என்ன போனாரு?
Okay, Harish. The 1 second.
Okay, sir.
மத்தியில எங்க நின்று பேசுறேன். அவங்க ஃபேஸ் தெரியுமா சார்? ஸ்ரீதேவி ஃபேஸ் will be displayed.
சார் நான் இப்ப பண்ணனுங்க சார். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சர்ச்சிங் தான போங்க நீ கைய.
A very good afternoon to all gathered here. We are very pleased to able to welcome those of you who have been with us for a long time. As well as we are very new to be gathered with us. A warm welcome to our Alumni Talk, Mr. Harish Loganathan, who completed his BE Civil Engineering at Sri Saram Engineering College in a first class. And he completed his MS Management in Construction Academic Project in Health and Safety in UK Construction Industries at Kingstown University, London. A responsible MS Construction Management student working as a Junior Contracts Manager at DU Bowler Contracts in commercials and hospitality projects, which includes planning, organizing, and site executions. After graduating from Sri Saram Engineering College with a bachelor degree in civil engineering, he worked as a junior site engineer in Radiance Reality Developers Limited and moved to London for pursuing his master's MSc Construction Management at Kingston University. Later he comes as industrial placement. He works as a junior contracts management at Dual Bowl Contracts. Now I welcome our head of department, Dr. S. Bhagavati Perumal sir, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, my good students. Good afternoon, Harish Loganathan. It's a very innovative program Harish Loganathan accepted to deliver from London, King's Universities. 2019, Mr. Harish completed his civil engineering in Saram Engineering College. During the course of his studies itself, he is an outstanding student with remarkable achievements, both in academic and non-academic. Then he got the selection of master degree programs in foreign universities. During his course of studies, he is undergoing project manager in a private sector. So this is how the present civil engineering students should plan their future, plan their life, what they want to become. Harish Loganathan is an example for that one. That is the reason Mr. Harish Loganathan accepted our invitation to share his valuable ideas, directions to the present civil engineering students. That is the duty of the alumni. Normally, we usually tell alumni are the backbone of any institution. The success of any department, even I completed in 1984 my undergraduate. Even now also, when I remember my undergraduate college, remarkable growth. due to the passed out students. So many batches. We usually interact with our faculty members. They are more than 50 plus. Some of them got retired. That was a very interesting period when we studied our undergraduate and how we promoted, how we selected our life. So alumni's contributions are very, very important for the growth of any institution, especially any department. Now, today, Harish is sharing his valuable thoughts on behalf of Sairam family, especially the Department of Civil Engineering. I welcome Harish Loganathan and his innovative, inspirational messages will think the present final year students what to do, how you have to plan yourself. Yes, another 3 or 4 months you are with us. These 4 months, how we can integrate ourselves, in what way you can plan your future, what way you can promote your life in a colorful way. That is the success of the final year students. 4 years back, you are joined with a lot of colorful memories. The days passed away. Another 4 months is left over. 4 years gone, another 4 months left over. The days are counted. Your future is also start counting what you are going to do. So far, you got money from your parents. You survived. Even after 4 months, are you ready to get money from your father and mother? Society may not accept. People may not recognize you as you are the engineers. When you get your degree, you should have employability also with you, a job also with you. I welcome Harish Loganathan. Now it is your section. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's really a great thing for me, actually. To be honest, it's a good thing that a college and department promotes activities like this. So I'm a little bit jealous that I didn't get these kind of webinar or alumni talk from my side, because when I was studying in 2019, when I passed out, nobody told me what's the opportunities existing over there and what's the current opportunities in India, and nobody came to me. But now I'm a little bit jealous looking at you guys because you got plenty of opportunities now. So yeah, thank you, sir. So I'm happy to share everything. I've got a big documents of information, so it'll be really useful for you guys. Hopefully you might enjoy. And yeah, alumni should really help. So if I'm helping you tomorrow, you should help like hundreds of people. Though that's my undergrowth thing. So yeah, let's get this now. I'll share the screen now. Let's start it actually. Sir, I cannot share the screen. நீங்க disable பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்க option. I need to access. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Harish, you can share.
Yeah, good.
Share.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. So yes, let me start. So today I'm gonna tell you what are the career opportunities in civil engineering. Once you complete your B, what are the opportunities you will have now? So myself, I'm Harish. I'm currently working as a junior contract manager at Dubule Contracts. So this is me actually. Junior contract manager is nothing but it's kind of a project manager. So let's assume like junior project manager. So just a small brief story about me. So I have started like my bachelor's in 2015 and I finished on 2019. And later I placed in 2 companies. Like one company is called Ethnos, which is a placement training company. But I didn't enter to that company because which will be a wasteful career for me because I've studied 4 years of civil engineering and I don't want to go into Ethnos placement company. And later I've got placed in one more company where I've attended a job fair outside of the college, and lots of people did attend that, and two of them did selected from our college, and I didn't go to that company because it's a good company and I got a good package as well. But I didn't go to that company. I think it's LNW, something like that. But they had a bond, like 2 years bond. So I don't want to commit myself to a company 2 years, because I will be like a slave for the 2 years. So I didn't go. But my other friend did go to the company. He's in good position now with good salaries, and he's appointed like a graduate quantity survey, and he's in good position now. So later I've got I work in highways. I worked in highways 1 month, and then I went to buildings 5 months. So I was planning, okay, this is not the place for me. I want to improve my career. So later I moved to a decision. So I have to go to abroad. So let me think of it. Actually, I was collecting these kind of information in final year, and then okay, I've decided everything after working in India. I was working like all 30 days. So Monday to Saturday is compulsory, and Sunday is off working day. So I was like really stressed up, and I didn't have enough time to rest myself. So I thought, okay, really, I need to exit this place. So I did research some things, and then I chose the country, and I've moved to abroad. So later I came to London on 2022. I did MS Construction Management. So yeah, still I'm kind of a little bit student, but I'm working now. I'll tell you how it works in the end. So yeah, I've got 2 months to finish my masters, but I'm working for 1 year. So let me tell you how is it happening. And on 2021, I've appointed as junior contract manager in Dubule contracts. So from there to till now, I've managed like 3 to 4 projects, and I've worked on like 2 million projects, 1 million projects, 3 crore projects. So we are like interior fit out contractors. So every project will be different. So there will not be a same project like residential. So you build one and then you build the same like rest of that. So we'll be building like every different projects which are really innovative and creative. We have to think innovative and creative every time. So once I finish this project, if I'm gonna move to the next project, it will be completely of different things. So all I have to know is I have to know the methodology and the creativity and how the construction will work out in any place. For example, plumbing, electrical things, and carpentry things, stuff like that. So that's enough of me. So let me go to what you want. So if you finish your B civil engineering, first you got an option like basic civil engineer. For example, once you finish your civil engineering, you might go to a company called site engineer or junior engineer, something like that. I'll tell you what are the opportunities you have, and then later I'll tell you in brief. So first one is basic civil engineer, and the next one is like you got IT placement. So obviously our college will have lots of placements. Of course, TCS will be there, and Infosys, Wipro. If you study the C plus Java program, and you can directly go to that. But basically, I'm not interested because I studied civil. I want to be in core company like civil companies. So you got second option in college, and then next you got NEBOS National General Certificate. I'm not sure whether you have heard this or not, because I personally heard this when I came here, because this thing existing in India, even in Chennai, Delhi, somewhere like that, but still there is not much knowledge about that. So this is one of a safety exam, NEBOS, which is a little bit hard, but you can still crack on. So if you finish that exam and you might get a good salary, I'll tell you later what it is. And next, a RICS master's degree. I believe three of our alumni have got RICS degree, and I think one of my colleague called Akshay MK did a career talk like this. So it will be a good example. I have it in my list. Let me tell you later that. And later on, NICMARC. So it is really good one. It's a National Institute construction degree. Once you got the degree, you'll definitely get a job in that. Let's see that later as well. And next, IMRT. So it's kind of a railway and metro course. So if you if you finish this course, metro course, you'll get a job like forever your generation, like your next generation and the next generation, because jobs in metro are like forever. So they don't just get lost. So you have to be like forever. So that's one of the job security courses. And then after that, yeah, you obviously got government exams like AE engineer, JE engineer, kind of like that. And then finally, I'll bring you the abroad career. I'll bring the abroad career in the last option, because just only 10% people can afford the abroad option, and it is very risky actually. So most of the people would like to be in India, because That's the majority, and that's the most possibility as well. Let's move on to the next thing. So yeah, so basic civil engineer, you get the minimum salary like 8K, like 8,000. From I believe so it will be minimum to 15K. So far I've heard. If you got more than 15K, that's fine. That's really really great. But I think I've got you will get only 15. So myself, when I entered into civil engineer, I got 12K. So yeah, which is like average, and sometimes even unpaid. In worst case of unpaid, they will be giving you, they will be covering your living costs like accommodation and food stuff, kind of like that. So in a basic civil engineer, mostly what people will do, what people will be explored as, you can go into buildings. So most of the people would know that buildings, but there is a good opportunity in highways as well. So if you go in site engineers in highways, always the highways has a lot money than the buildings. So if you want to grow quickly and if you want to earn more, I would suggest you to go for highways industry. And there is one more construction called power plant construction. Not everyone goes to the power plant construction. Is really, it's really dangerous as well, but it's kind of a skill shortage. So once you get that experience, you can be like very very massive in the top grade. For example, in India, only few power plants are there, and most of the experienced people will be working there. So first 2 to 3 years will be hard for you working in power plant, learning stuff kind of like that. And once you get experience, you're like a king over there. So it's one of the another thing, but most of the people doesn't know where to go to power plant construction. So that's the thing. Don't go just to the buildings. If you have interest in buildings, that's fine. But you got to know what are the opportunities available to you. And moving on next, if you go to a site engineer, just what they expect you is the basic thing. You just have to read the drawings. That's the only thing. If you got the drawings, you have to know how to execute these drawings into the building. For example, when I was
லண்டன்ல போய் படிச்சிருக்கான். அங்கதான் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான். மேம் லண்டன்ல படிச்சுட்டு அங்கேயே ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான். லண்டன்ல இருந்து பிரசன்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான்.
I think
அவன் யாரு என்னன்னு தெரியுதா?
yeah, for the basic site engineer, you just have to know what are the drawings actually. So when I joined as a graduate trainee after my college, seriously, I've got a drawing. I got no idea how to look at that. சத்தியமா எனக்கு சுத்தமா புரியவே இல்லை, என்னடா இது இப்படிலாம் இருக்குன்னு. Because I got no experience. College teach பண்ணல actually. Because I got AutoCAD experience, AutoCAD exam, stuff kind of like that. But I couldn't understand the drawing. Yeah. So
Harish,
yeah,
unmute yourself.
yeah, okay, cool. Thank you, sir. So yeah, you have to know how to learn the drawings. So what I would suggest to you is, நீங்க இருக்கிற டைம்லலாம் வந்து ஆன்லைன்ல நிறைய டிராயிங்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதை எடுத்து பாருங்க, சார் கிட்ட எல்லாம் கேளுங்க, சார் இதெல்லாம் என்ன அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் டிராயிங்ஸ் இஸ் really really important. And next, so you got other opportunity like so as a estimator, quantity surveyor, stuff kind of like that. So ஒரு சைட் இன்ஜினியரா நீங்க போலாம், இல்லைன்னா அடுத்த ஆப்ஷன் வந்து எஸ்டிமேட்டர் or QS. So in terms of QS and estimator, you have to be really strong in MS Excel. So everyone can think MS Excel is just like addition subtraction, but it's not like that. You have to go way deeper. So because the estimator will be pricing the document within a hour, kind of like that. But if I price, it will take me at least 2 days. So I'm just learning now, even now. So you have to be very strong in Excel. So there is a lot of stuff in Excel. So you have to create everything really, really quick. So it takes at least 6 months to learn completely. So please learn Excel. So yeah, as I told, quantity surveyor and estimator. Most of the people would think like both are the same things. What's the difference between them? Let me tell you the difference. Estimator is a thing where you price the job. For example, நம்ம கிட்ட வந்து ஒரு டெண்டர் வருதுன்னா அந்த டெண்டர் நம்ம பிரைஸ் பண்ணி கோட் பண்ணி கிளைண்ட் கிட்ட சப்மிட் பண்றோம். That's the reason called estimator. So estimator job is to price the job and win the project. That's the job for estimator. Where in terms of quantity surveyor, he will manage the project and he will save the cost. For example, once the job win ஆனோடனே ப்ராஜெக்ட் மேனேஜர், சைட் இன்ஜினியர் எல்லாருமே சூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்போ வந்து ஒரு QS செலக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க ஜாப்க்கு. ஸோ QS செலக்ட் ஆனோடனே அவங்க என்ன பார்ப்பாங்கன்னா, ஓகே நெக்ஸ்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து டெமாலிஷன் பண்ண போறீங்க. டெமாலிஷனுக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து 10,000 தான் இருக்கு. அந்த 10,000 தான் நம்ம கிளைண்ட் கிட்ட சொல்லிருக்கோம். ஆனா நீங்க 7,000லயே முடிக்கணும், 3,000 சேவ் பண்ணணும். ஸோ QS அப்ரூவ் பண்ணா மட்டும்தான் சைட் இன்ஜினியரால ஜாப் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ சைட் இன்ஜினியர் ஈஸியா ஜாப் பண்ணலாம். பட் QS சைட் இன்ஜினியர் என்ன பண்ணணும், ப்ராஜெக்ட் மேனேஜர் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா 7,000. So he has to look out for contractors who can do in 7,000, kind of like that. So QS manages the project with low cost and he gets the profit. So estimate, once they win the project, the estimator will tell you like, okay, I've got the project for you now. We need 20% profit. It's all up to you. So அந்த மாதிரி project இது பண்றது தான் வந்து quantity survey. So that's the difference. So more or less same தான். A QS can also price the job and an estimator can also do the quantity surveying. But the thing is you have to be very strong in MS Excel. And there are some softwares which might be useful for QS. I'll tell you that later. If you are interested, let me know. I'll tell you that later. And next, as a designer, some people will be really good at art, drawing, stuff kind of like that. If we got AutoCAD and Start Pro in your engineering degree, which will be really useful. But in case if you want to become a designer, for example, some people have thought, well, I have to become architect, but I didn't take civil engineering. Well, you got an option in civil engineering. You can still learn that AutoCAD, Revit, BIM. BIM is another software. I don't think it's very popular in India, but still you can use it, and it's very popular in north side, not India, like Delhi, Mumbai, somewhere like that. So it's kind of an AutoCAD design, 3D design software. So if you want to become a designer, you can just stay in office. You can work from home anyway. So all you need to do is creative and innovative mind for the designer. So far, the basic civil engineer, job opportunities and salaries will be like this. Will we move on to the next thing? IT placements. Yeah, I think if you got placed in companies in our college, mostly you'll get salaries like 18K, 18,000. The highest would be even 1 lakh. Yeah, I know most of the people got 1 lakh salary in Zoho, Wipro, kind of like that. So yeah, still there is opportunity in IT. But the thing is, you have to be mostly very, very strong in C+ kind of languages over there. I'll tell you one thing. So 80% of fire amenities are in TCS. 80%. So most of the people will be going to TCS. But don't be a fool, actually. So if you came to civil engineering to study civil engineering concepts, but don't spend your life in TCS. I know my friend, he's been spending in TCS for 2 years, but he's feeling now because he hasn't got much increment and he hasn't learned anything. But while as us and my friends, other people in civil engineering went with the basic salary 10K and they have improved till 30 or even more, and they've got good experience and they've learned a lot. So if you go to IT sector, you might be struggling. You might be enjoying for the first year, but you might be struggling in future. So I would not suggest you to go for IT person, but this thing would be considered because of family problems. For some people will be like, you have to pay the loan, stuff kind of like that. So you can just go for that. So if you got no other option, I would suggest you take the option and just improve your career over there. And also mostly IT people and CSC people will be having more knowledge than you. So it is hard to manage in that sector. Just have it in your mind, actually. And later, so as I've told you, safety engineer. So NEBOSH is a certificate, like you have to, there is an exam. So you have to crack the exam, like, so the exam will be like kind of like 2 parts. One, you have to like 3-hour exam, and another one is like a assignment, risk assessment, kind of like that. So once you go as a site engineer, and then you got to know what are the safety things. For example, if you work at the height, you have to wear safety harness, belt, helmets, kind of like that. And if you enter in the construction site, you have to wear safety boots and high vis. So you have to know all the safety things. So you can learn that within 1 to 2 years of experience. And then after learning, if you crack this exam, you will get minimum 30 to 50K, and you can go to any field. Not even, so if you want to change your field, like if you want to go to a food industry company, like manufacturing company somewhere, NEBOSH is considered worldwide, actually. So once you finish this NEBOSH general certificate, you can get a salary like 50 to, yeah, maybe 30 to 50K. Suppose still if you want to be in construction, well, after completing NEBOSH general certificate, NEBOSH, you have to do NEBOSH part 2, like NEBOSH specialized field in construction. So it's really a good thing, actually. A good field to go as a professional and to create a better environment. So it is highly demanded in Gulf countries, and even in UK, and even in US, and even in Europe. So if I see a safety engineer here, I'm damn sure he's getting 1.5 lakhs per month. It's a beginning one. So once you get 2 or 3 years experience, you'll be getting like 2 to 3 lakhs. But the guy will be not working much. He just have to prepare some reports, and he will send it to me, and then have to make sure these things never happen in the site, and I have to do a checklist, or something like that, and I have to complete the inspection and I have to send it to him. That's the only job. He will be verifying what's happening. If something is wrong in the site, the health and safety manager just note that and he will send to the MD or he will send to the client, and then that's his job. So it's just an easy job, but you have to be very, very careful. If something happens, that's it. You're done. So if someone falls under the building, well, you go to jail or you pay a fine like 5 lakhs, something like that. It is very risky in abroad. So that's what you have to be very careful. That's why you are qualified when you do this course. Yeah, you can go to jail as well. So there is a lot of stuff going on in UK as well. If you do something mistake in health and safety terms, well, you're damn done it actually. So they will be charging you like a big money, like 20 lakhs, something like that, and then you have to pay the rest of your life to that, and then you have to go to prison. So which is really hard thing, but things don't happen like that. You have to cooperate with designers and client, everyone, and you can make sure it's not happening. And also, you have to get your driving license first. So if you get NEBOSH and if you get driving license, it's a life golden ticket. So you can travel anywhere in the country. So UK, America, US, and Dubai, Gulf country, Oman. So you get a lot of opportunities. So this is, you might consider these things. So it's really a worthwhile experience in construction. So yeah, like I said, it's a golden ticket. So that's what they say. And driving, so I know some people will ask me why driving lessons, because once you came in construction, you have to learn Indian, you have to have a car. So for example, if you work in highways, sometimes the roads will be closed. You cannot walk all over the place. So you have to have a transport. For that, the company will give you a car, fuel card, everything, but you need to have the license. If you go to America, you need to have American license. If you go to UK, you need to have UK license. If you go to Dubai, you need to go Dubai license. So yeah, so if you have Indian license, that's fine for now. You can convert it later to international license when you move to the abroad. So this is one of the thing. Let's go to the next thing actually. So it's RICS degree. So once you complete your RICS degree, you will get 30 to 50K, and it is highly considered in London and India. So yeah, I didn't know about that in India, but when I came to London here, I can see lots and lots of job opportunities. They are telling me like, if you have a civil engineering degree, make sure it is accredited by RICS. Well, my college, my university, Kingston University, doesn't have that RICS accreditation. I've got CIOB, another accreditation, but I didn't get RICS, so I'm not eligible for that job. So yeah, even in the first stage, I'm getting eliminated. Eligible இல்லனால. So first stepலயே நான் வந்து வெளிய தள்ளிடுறாங்க. So RICS படிச்சா பயங்கர வேல்யூ இருக்கு actually. So even if you get the degree in RICS, it is highly considered in London, and it has a good opportunity to work in international companies. So I know a lot of friends who studied RICS degree and they're working in international companies. So I've got a company here like Matt McDonald, and then I can see that company is in India as well. I was, oh my God, oh, you have a company in India. Oh, it's an international company. And that guy did RICS degree and he got appointed in that company. Well, I was struggling masters here. I didn't get a job in Matt McDonald. So yeah, here you might have to consider RICS as well. And also, if you want to become a quantity surveyor, I would suggest you close your eyes and get the RICS degree. So it is really considerable. So this is one of the really good experience where you can get and grow as a professional. Mostly, if you want to become a managing director, something like that, the people will be like estimator or the QS, because QS and estimator will see the project as more deep. So they will be going in more deep, and they might get the project, meaning us, and they might get the profit as well. So ஒரு MDயா இருக்கணும்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு QS இல்ல ஒரு எஸ்டிமேட்டர் அவங்களாம் தான் வந்து MDயா இருப்பாங்க. A site manager and project manager still can become an MD, but still they will be busy around for a particular project. But ஒரு QS and எஸ்டிமேட்டர் தான் வந்து எல்லா ப்ராஜெக்டும் வின் பண்ணுவாங்க, எல்லா ப்ராஜெக்டும் நாலேஜ் இருக்கும், அவங்களுக்கு தான் வந்து பிசினஸ் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் எப்படி எடுத்து போறதுன்னு தெரியும். So if you want to become an MD, idea of kind of like that, so I would suggest graduate quantity surveyor, something like that. Yeah, and yeah, it's a good example actually. Akshay MK, my colleague, so she did talk to you guys. So if you still have doubt, I'm sure she will answer. She's always answerable to students. Use LinkedIn, so you might contact her and she will definitely give you an answer. Yeah, it's a good example. I'm good to see her actually. So I've got a good example. So I can say, okay, this is an example. You can study this degree and you can become like a, and yeah, I did cover. So women should be thinking, okay, you're telling only for boys. நீங்க பாய்ஸ்க்கு மட்டும் தான் சொல்றீங்க சைட் இன்ஜினியர். உமன்ஸ் அப்படிலாம் இல்ல. உமன்ஸ்க்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ பயங்கர டிமாண்ட் இருக்கு. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், I personally know site engineers are mostly available in women's in UK. So they are getting more paid than us. For example, இப்போ நான் 1 hourக்கு வந்து நான் 600 வாங்குறானா அவங்க 1 ஹவருக்கு வந்து 1000 rupees வாங்குறாங்க. So women have more priority. Even in India, it's happening now. For example, you can see NKR is a good example. So women don't think like you don't have an opportunity. If you become a site engineer, it's a really great thing. You will be as a project manager one day. If you become a quantity surveyor, it's a really great thing. It's safe for you. You can work in systems. You can work in home everywhere. But the job is tough, but you still have a great career more than men. Let's get to the next thing. And the next thing will be NICMOR. So yeah, NICMOR is a national institute actually. So a construction institute which gives you a degree in construction project management, construction management, health and safety, stuff kind of like that. So yeah, I personally know 3 to 4 people. So three of my colleagues in Freedom, where I finished 2019, batch people gone to NICMOR, and all of them are placed now. All of them are happy now, and they are at least they are getting 35 in the beginning, I think so. So yeah, it's really good thing actually. So NICMOR will give you a better opportunity in India. I think if you have to get a job nowadays in India, I would suggest you to go for NICMOR. If I'm not in London, I would definitely have gone to this, because this is the only opportunity that I can get a job easily and with a good money. Because I don't want to struggle myself as 10K in the beginning, that I can work 30 days and I don't get a proper valuation. So, and it is 100% success. Once you get NICMOR, I'm sure, damn sure you'll get a 100% success job rate. So yeah, I came to know one of my friends got 2 years experience in NICMOR, and I asked him what's his salary. He said 1.5 lakhs. I was like, oh, you got 1.5 lakhs in 2 years, that too, especially in civil engineering. It's amazing actually. So NICMOR consider pannது ரொம்ப big benefit, but the fees would be higher. So yeah, எல்லாமே ஃபீஸ் கொஞ்சம் அதிகம் தான். மாஸ்டர்ஸ் படிக்கணும்னு வந்துட்டாலே கொஞ்சம் ஃபீஸ் கொஞ்சம் அதிகம் தான். So I think NICMOR will be like 6 lakhs, 3 lakhs, something like that. It depends on the courses, but choose the courses wisely. So there are 3 centers actually: Hyderabad, Goa, Pune. Don't go to Goa because you want to visit Goa, because I don't think so Goa is a good center. But I think Hyderabad is the best one in India. So yeah, so you always seek the information and get the information from alumni, or get the information from LinkedIn. If the alumni like us didn't come to you, you don't have to worry. Go to LinkedIn, type the professional people, type the NICMOR. You can see a lot of people working in NICMOR, a lot of people working in construction field by having a NICMOR degree. Connect with them, directly text them. I am Harish from Sairam Engineering College. I'm currently doing my 4th year. So can you please let me know what are the opportunities? I'm sure definitely people will explain you everything. Because if you text at least 10 people, at least one of them will reply you and you will get an answer. So I would suggest you to get answers from LinkedIn as well. Next, we'll see IMRT. So IMRT railways and metro. It is really good thing actually. Not everyone goes to there because it's in North India, like in Hyderabad actually. So it's one of the best thing. If you have interest in railways and metros, you might consider this course. So it's like a 1-year course, PG diploma in construction, something like that. And the fees is very costly actually. So it's like 6 lakhs per year, just 6 lakhs. You can think, okay, 6 lakhs is very expensive. I'm not going to that. But trust me, if you get this degree, you are qualified. Kandipa minimum 50K வரைக்கும் salary கொடுப்பாங்க அவங்க. So அவங்களோட பேஜ்லாம் நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா பயங்கரமா இருக்கும். So mostly 100% success இதுலயும் இருக்கு, but mostly you have to learn Hindi. So once you get metro or railway job, it will be all over India. So you cannot especially work near your hometown or in Chennai, something like that. Civil engineering is traveling. So it's ஐடில ஒர்க் பண்றவங்க மட்டும் தான் வந்து ஒரே ஆபீஸ்ல எவ்ரிடே they will be working. But when you come to civil engineering, it differs from project to project. One project will be in Kanyakumari, one project will be in New Delhi, one project will be in Kashmir, one project will be in Chennai, one project will be in Bangalore. So it differs every time. So civil engineering தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ எடுத்தாச்சு. So travel பண்ணி தான் ஆகணும், லைசன்ஸ் எடுத்தாகணும், ஹிந்தி படிச்சு தான் ஆகணும். Don't think like Hindi is. So it's a shame to learn Hindi, but you have to learn actually. You got no other option. So படிச்சு தான் ஆகணும், வேற வழியே இல்ல. Because laborers எல்லாருமே வந்து ஹிந்தில தான் இருப்பாங்க. அங்க போயிட்டு நீ ஹிந்தில பேசி தான் ஆகணும். So if you don't speak Hindi, you will not get the respect. So first 1 month வந்து எனக்கு ரெஸ்பெக்டே இல்லை. நான் ஒரு இன்ஜினியரிங் படிச்சுட்டு வரேன், ஒரு லேபர் என்ன மதிக்கவே இல்லை. எனக்கு வந்து என்ன பண்றதுனே தெரியல. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் தெரிஞ்சது, சைட் இன்ஜினியர் சொன்னாங்க, நீ ஹிந்தி கத்துட்டு அவங்கள மிரட்டு, அவங்கள வேலை வாங்க, அப்பதான் வந்து உன்னால பண்ண முடியும், இல்லைன்னா வந்து உன்னால சர்வே பண்ண முடியாது. And later I started to learn, and I've learned a basic Hindi from an app. So every day I used to learn like 100 words and then 100 words, 100 words. So மொத்தமா ஒரு 500 words அப்படிதான் இருக்கு. அந்த 500 words வச்சு நான் திக்கி திக்கி தண்ணி பேசி I learned Hindi. And not only in India you can speak in Hindi, even in abroad, UK ல கூட ஹிந்தில தான் பேசுறாங்க mostly, because you got Pakistani, you got Afghanistan, and you got Oman, Gulf countries. So Hindi is I didn't came to know that Hindi is a common language all over the globe. I thought just only in India, but it's all over in the globe. So Hindi, definitely, I would suggest you to start working on Hindi if you're in college. I think department would suggest you to learn Hindi. That's the best thing actually. Yeah, do something different. Everyone goes to buildings, but think about career in railways, career in highways, career in power plants, something like that. And have a look in the IMRT pages. So you got a page in Facebook, they will post a lot of updates. So there is a webinar they will be usefully producing. So what are the benefits, what are the placements they are going on over there? So if you could just go to the page and register to the webinar, then it's free actually. You don't have to pay anything. Just go. Information is free all over the world. All one thing is you have to give your interest. So interest in that, you have to learn. So you have to think like an adult actually. If you think after 4th year, it's too late actually. But if you think from the 2nd year or 3rd year, it is good time. You can have a good career. So 4th year la நான் வந்து நான் நினைச்சேன் abroad போலான்னு. Thank God I successfully thought that, because I didn't come to know I can go to abroad. I came to see my college friends from CSC, IT department, they are going to US, America, they are writing GRE, something like that. Then they can go, why can't I? So that's why I decided, and I thought from there. So if you have a thought, you can start dreaming now itself. Let's go to the next. So TNPC exams, yeah, if you clear the exams, you'll get 40 to 50K. It's really, really great. You don't have to do anything, just exams மட்டும் கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டா மட்டும் போதும், அவ்வளவுதான். உள்ள போயிட்டாலே நீங்க வந்து ராஜாவா இருக்கலாம், ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண வேணாம், உட்காந்த இடத்துல இருந்தே சைன் போடலாம், எதுவுமே தெரியலனாலும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா கத்துக்கலாம், திட்டு வாங்கி எப்படியாச்சும் வேலை வந்துடலாம். பட் ஒன் திங், it's a dead end actually. Job 100% patient வேணும், because எடுத்தோடனே we cannot clear the exam. So I've finished my degree and it's been like 2 years. Well, I've started to earn now. I've got my life settling, but still I believe 10 to 15 people went to study government exam. They are still studying. So 2 years they're still studying. You have to think, 2 வருஷமா வந்து படிச்சுட்டே இருக்காங்கன்னு எதுவுமே earn பண்ணல. So சுத்தி அடிப்பாங்க, பேரண்ட்ஸ், ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் எல்லா இடத்துலயும் திட்டிக்கிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. அதெல்லாம் I've stayed in home just for only 1 month and it was a hectic to me. So டிகிரி முடிச்சுட்டு 1 month தான் நான் வீட்டுல இருந்தேன். அதுக்கே வந்து என்னால சத்தியமா இருக்க முடியல, அப்படி திட்டுறாங்க, நிம்மதியா சாப்பிட முடியல, தூங்க முடியல, எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியாது. So 2 years you have to be 100% patience இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் அதுல. So I know many people, lots of people have dropped this TNPC plan after trying for 5 years. 5 years ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டும் அவங்க வந்து இல்ல கிடைக்கல, லெட்ஸ் மூவ் ஆன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு விட்டுட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. பட் அப்படி விட்டுட்டு போனாலாம் சக்சஸ் வராது. ஸோ யூ ஹேவ் டு கீப் ட்ரைங். ஒன்ஸ் இதுதான் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா இதுதான் இறங்கி கிராக் பண்ணணும், அப்பதான் வந்து யூ கெட் த சக்சஸ். So it's a dead end, but you have to believe yourself and you have to never give up. Like I said, exams வருமா வராதா. So கடைசியா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ஏஇ எக்ஸாம்லாம் நடந்தது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா வந்து 2019ல மட்டும்தான். அதுக்கப்புறம் it's been like 2 years they didn't get an AE exam. You can see the salary 39,000, but still exam வரல. What you're going to do, you're going to be studying for 2 years and you're going to be believing like, okay, AE exam is going to come, AE exam is going to come. So what you're going to do actually? So it is too hard actually, but I don't know why people want to go into government exams. But personally, I think if you go into a government sector, there will be no growth, but there will be money, there will be a life actually, a smooth life, a stressless life, but there will be no growth actually. So for a private sector, you learn most of the things and you'll get increment and you go top day by day. But if you go in government stuff, you'll get increased only after 10 years or after 5 years, or only if you clear the exam, stuff kind of like that. So think before you go into this method, and then yeah, there's lots and lots of competition. So once you finish your degree, you'll be planning, okay, I'm going to learn TNPC exams. But the thing is, the senior who passed out 2 years before, he will be preparing as well. So a senior in one side, he will be preparing, where you just came now. So lots of competition over there now. So அவர் வந்து 2 years எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸோட படிச்சுட்டு இருப்பாரு. ஸோ எப்படி தெரியும் எக்ஸாம் நியூஸ் எப்படி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருக்கும் எல்லாம் இருக்கும். 2 years அவருக்கு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்கு எப்படி படிக்கிறது. பட் யூ ஆர் லைக் நியூ டு த ஃபீல்ட் when you're going to study the government exam. So yeah, like I said, think before you go to this method. It is really hard actually, but still people believe they can crack on. I'm hearing news nowadays, like my friend is telling me that he's going to crack. He has done really good on JEE junior exams, and they're going to be placed in that kind of exams. I'm curious as well. Okay, at least if they get the result and if they get clear the exam, well, I will be mostly happy because I can use them in the next time as an example. Like NKL, I can use them one of them. Okay, he's a guy who studied for 2 years, so it will be really good. So it's a heavy competition. Think before you leap. We'll go to the next thing. Actually, okay, let me come to the main thing, abroad. So yeah, this is the best decision I've taken in my life. The best, the best, the best. So minimum salary would be 19 lakhs per annum to 28 lakhs. So once you finish your degree, you will get 19 lakhs and or 28 lakhs in between somewhere. So think of it. ஒரு degree படிச்சு முடிக்கிறேன் 19 lakhs கொடுக்குறாங்க. Well, it's kind of a dream, and it can increase to the maximum of 80 lakhs per annum. So the only chance of becoming billionaire is the abroad situation. So in India, it's never gonna happen. It's really hard. And ஆயிரத்துல ஒருத்தர் மட்டும்தான், அது கூட எனக்கு டவுட் தான். If you are in IIT, you can become a millionaire. But yeah, if you go to abroad, you can easily become a billionaire within like 10 to 15 years or something like that. So yeah, that's one of the things. So yeah, if I finish this topic, I know most of the people will consider you have to go to abroad. I'll tell you the things, interesting fact, country, facilities, what I've got in abroad, everything I'll tell you. But I'm telling you again, there is trouble in abroad as well. There is lots of risk. You cannot succeed in abroad as well. So as I tell, you need hard work and you need dedication. I'll tell you how it's happening for me. So interesting fact. So let's see why I've chosen abroad first. So less working hours. I've got no stress. Work time is like morning 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., for example, 5 p.m. ஆகுனா 4:45 பேக் எடுத்து எல்லாரும் கிளம்பிடுவாங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் QS, எஸ்டிமேட்டர், டாக்குமெண்ட் கண்ட்ரோலர், ரிசப்ஷன் 4:45 பேக் பேக்கப் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் மாதிரி 4:45 பேக் பண்ணிட்டு எப்போ 5 ஆகும்னு பார்த்து 5 o'clock கிளம்பிடுவாங்க. ஸோ இன் இந்தியா, I went to the site like morning 9 o'clock. I left the site like one day at 7 o'clock, one day at 8 o'clock, one day at 9 o'clock, one day at even at 10 o'clock. Well, வீட்டுக்கு போடா அப்படின்னு ஒரு வார்த்தையே சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. So you have to stay in the site forever. So it's like the site is like a home. So it's அந்த மாதிரி திங்க் பண்ணும்போது, so you have to think, I cannot actually spend my whole life in the building site actually. So that's where I choose I need to go to abroad. So this is the first thing, less working hours. And the thing is, more financial things, financial benefits. So for example, like I said, 19 lakhs per annum, it's really great in any profession work. So if you do a degree in construction, if you do a degree in IT, if you do anything, the minimum salary would be 19 lakhs per annum. So yeah, compulsory Saturday, Sunday holidays, where India, you will get only second Saturday holiday. That's only in like average company. If you go to a small company, that's it, you're damn done. So ஒரு ஸ்மால் கம்பெனிலாம் போனீங்கன்னா சண்டே ஹாஃப் டே வரைக்கும் கூட ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். நான் ஒரு ரேடியன்ஸ் ரியாலிட்டின்னு ஒரு கம்பெனி போனேன். இட்ஸ் ரியலி a big company actually. Even in that company, they asked me to work in Sunday. So even in big companies, they are asking me to work. So there is no freedom, there is no time to spend yourself. For example, if I want to play cricket, if I want to spend my time with my family, if I want to spend some time with my friends, well, I haven't got the time. I have to spend all my time in my work. So it will be hard for first like 5 years or 3 years, and later when you move on to the project manager, you can get an assistant. The assistant is in the site and you can just deal with it. So first 3 to 5 years will be hard. So that's the only thing. And everyone will encourage your performance in abroad. For example, they will give you a better opportunity. For example, they are investing on me actually. For example, I'm a first aider, I'm a STEM ambassador, I've got a site manager scheme, I've got a working at heights permit, I'm working at asbestos, kind of, I've got a lot of qualifications. Well, if I turn back, I was thinking, oh, did I get this qualification as a free? So the employer will financially support you, and they will spend on your professional development. ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஷனா நீ எவ்வளவு ப்ரொஃபஷனா மேல போக முடியுமோ அவ்வளவு ப்ரொஃபஷனா they will spend you lots of money on you. So that's if they spend a lot of money on you, well, you can be the best of the best. That's why the abroad is the really interesting career. And the next thing is career development. Yeah, good infrastructure, good education. So you cannot see a good infrastructure in India, whereas you'll be working in a really bad environment, like which is really unsafe. So safety அவ்வளவு இருக்காது. ஸோ இந்தியாவில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து இந்த ஃப்ளோர்ல இருந்து அந்த ஃப்ளோர் அப்படியே ஜம்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க. வேற in UK, if you jump that, you'll be fined or you'll be arrested, something like that. So it's not a good, actually it is not safe. ஈவன் நான் இந்தியாவில் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போதே ஒரு லேபர் வந்து 3rd floorல இருந்து கீழே விழுந்துட்டான். ஹெல்மெட் போட்டுருந்தாலும் அவன் தப்பிச்சான், இல்லைன்னா வந்து பயங்கரமா அடிபட்டு இருக்கும், இயற்கை ஆபத்து வந்திருக்கும். ஸோ யா, இட்ஸ் நாட் அ குட் என்விரான்மெண்ட் இன் இந்தியா. ஸோ சேஃப்டி அவ்வளோ matter பண்ண மாட்டாங்க, but they are trying to change now. So India is developing country, like I said, India is developing now, and they are bringing more safety engineers. You have a good career in future actually in India. So yeah, equal opportunity. For example, 9 CGP எடுத்த பையன் ஸ்டில் படிச்சுட்டு தான் இருக்கான், பட் ஐம் an average student, well I'm earning, I'm going to settle. So இங்க டாப்பருக்கு மட்டும்தான் வேல்யூ, ஆவரேஜ் மட்டும்தான் வேல்யூ இல்ல. They'll keep an interview, they will, so if you pass the interview, well you go on. So there is no possibility of declining you below, like for if in a college வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா TCS, Wipro அந்த மாதிரி கம்பெனில வந்து மினிமம் சிஜிபி 8 சிஜிபி வேணும். well I've got only 7.5. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டேஜ்ல எனக்கு தூக்கிட்டாங்க, எனக்கு கொடுக்கவே இல்லை. பட் in abroad it's not like that, everyone can apply. Even if you have failed in subjects, you can apply. There is still possibility of everything, not only just for one or two companies, every companies you can apply. So it is really good thing that you have equal opportunity, and there is no woman or there is no men equal kind of things like that. There is equality. நீ ஒரு ஆம்பளை நீ தான் இந்த வேலையை பார்ப்ப, நீ ஒரு பொண்ணு இந்த வேலையை பார்க்க மாட்டே அப்படின்லாம் இல்ல. Everyone can do everything. Most of the women are coming into site engineers, and yeah, oh, there is equal opportunity in abroad, so you don't have to worry about that. Let me go to the next one. And yeah, good countries for higher studies. Yeah, at the moment everyone will be thinking now after telling the benefits. So okay, so எல்லாரும் mostly decide பண்ணிருப்பீங்க நான் வந்து அப்புறம் தான் போணும் அவர் மாதிரி அப்படின்னு. But yeah, there are some things to be considered as well. So for example, USA is number 1 in the world. So US பாத்தீங்கன்னா பயங்கர 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 fast technology improvement, technology and good environment, good technology, everything is like US, more money, more professions, everything. It's number 1 actually. But the thing is, you will not get a PR, or you can't settle in that country. The president will be changing the rules. It will be really hard. So I can consider பண்ண வேண்டியதா இருக்கும். Germany is really good for the scholarship. If you're in second year, or if you're in first year, even if you are in third year might be a little bit hard. But if you're in second year, if you're in first year, I would suggest you can still have a chance in Germany, because Germany is really good for scholarship. You don't have to pay anything. You can join 0 cost, and you can get a degree, and you can get a job. You can settle in Germany. So Germany is a really good option. So அதுக்கு German language தெரியணும் actually. German language level 1 and level 2 kind of stuff. So if you know the language, if you got a basic average mark, well you got a career in Germany. Well but you have to think early, and you have to think a step ahead. German language தெரியணும், நல்ல மார்க் இருந்தா ஓகே, ஜெர்மனிக்கு போலாம். 0 cost, ஒரு ரூபாய் நீங்க செலவு பண்ண வேணாம், அந்த கவர்மெண்டே உங்களுக்கு ஃபண்டிங் பண்ணும். So you can learn everything over there. The masters will be really good over there. And the next thing is Canada. Canada is really good for PR. So once you finish your masters, and after working 1 year, you can get PR, you can settle in that country. So 3 years லயே நீங்க வந்து கண்ட்ரில செட்டில் ஆயிடலாம். It is really good to hear, but actually Canada is not a English speaking country. Most of the people are entering into Canada because it's an English speaking country, but the thing is, more than 50% of people are speaking French. So you have to see everything, and you have to go deep. அவன் சொல்றான் போயிடாதீங்க, இவன் சொல்றான் போயிடாதீங்க, அவன் போயிட்டான் போயிடாதீங்க. உங்களுக்கு என்ன வேணும், you have to decide what you need. You have to get how you be developing yourself. So deeply research. And the next thing is New Zealand. New Zealand is really good and economical and a safe country. You got a lot of opportunities in New Zealand. New Zealand is the only country where you got only less Indians. So USA, more Indians. Germany, more Indians. Canada, more Indians. முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. 3 கண்ட்ரிலயும் வந்து இந்தியன்ஸ் இருந்தாலே ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கொஞ்சம் கம்மி தான். Where you got Indians, you get less opportunity. New Zealand it's got less Indians, but you get more opportunities. இந்தியன்ஸ்லாம் இருந்தா மோஸ்ட்லி அவங்களே ஜாப் எடுத்துட்டு இன்னும் எங்கேயோ போயிடுவாங்க. பட் ஒரு இந்தியன் இல்லாத இடத்துல பிளேஸ் போனீங்கன்னா வந்து you can develop yourself and you can go into the top. So New Zealand is a better country. Look into that. And then Australia is good for money, and it's good for, but the thing in Australia, you have to think about it. There might be a little bit of racism, something like that. Well, I've got 2 friends over there, and they will be like, so we're brown skin. So yeah, we Indians will be like mostly brown or black skin. So அந்த ஸ்கின்னை பார்த்தாலே வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி பண்ணுவாங்க. So it's, when someone looks at you like that, well, உங்களுக்கு மைண்டே இருக்காது, உங்களால எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியாது. Even I got that experience in UK. So யூகேல பாத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாருமே ஒயிட் பிரிட்டிஷ் பீப்புளா இருப்பாங்க, நான் மட்டும் ப்ரௌன் ஸ்கின் இந்தியனா இருக்கும்போது they will look around me and they will say, okay, that's a brown guy. எதுவுமே ஷேர் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. So it's really hard in Australia, but it's really good for money. If you got the talent இருந்தா போதும், well, you can go anywhere. And the last option is UK, where I am. Yes, UK ஏன் லாஸ்டா சொல்றேன்னா, because you got half of the Indian population in UK now. So I would not suggest you to come to UK, but it's up to you. If you have interest, if you can crack on, if you can do hard work, well, you can come to UK. That's one of the things. It's good for culture. UK ல மட்டும் தான் பாத்தீங்கன்னா American, Pakistan, Germany people, Canada people, Australian people, New Zealand எல்லாமே இருப்பாங்க. So UK is good for culture, and UK has a policy called equality and diversity. If someone does racism, he goes to prison. So that's the only thing it's safe for UK. let's move on to facilities. So if you're going to abroad, you have to first look onto the facilities. First thing is good lab facilities. Everything should be high spec, so you get plenty of technology. So technology is really good in England. So for example, in India, when I was working as a site engineer, ஒரு இன்ஸ்டெப் தான் எனக்கு வாங்கி கொடுப்பாங்க. அது கூட வந்து என்னதான் வாங்க சொன்னாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 1 வீக். நான் 1 வீக்கா கேட்டுட்டு இருந்ததுனால தான் வாங்கி கொடுத்தாங்க. ரொம்ப தொலை பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த ஒரு இன்ஸ்டெப் வாங்கி கொடுங்க. எதுக்கு என்ன வாங்க சொல்றீங்க? கம்பெனி தானே ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணணும். வேற இன் அப்ராட் இன்ஸ்டெப்லாம் கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. டைரக்டா டிஜிட்டல் மெஷர்மெண்ட் தான். So you can keep a digital measurement here and then you can measure what's the room length, what's the I did a same talk in one of the corridors and people from India were coming to me and telling me, we got this in India as well. There's technology in India. Yeah, I know there is a technology in India, but is the employer has good enough to buy you? So or digital measuring meter பாத்தீங்கன்னா it will be minimum like 10 to 25,000. எம்ப்ளாயர் வந்து அவ்வளவு செலவு பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு வாங்கி கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. ஆக்சுவலி ஒரு டேப்பே வாங்கி கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. எப்படி வாங்கி கொடுப்பாங்க? பட் இங்க அப்படி இல்ல. So when you come to an abroad, they will say everything needs to be here because they want you to be the best. So Arish, get a thermometer, get a measuring meter. You'll be easy to, you can save some time, you can get some profit. So இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கவே மாட்டாங்க. Or as long as they don't want to waste the time, they'll give good advanced technology. So that's what I say, digital measuring meter. So carpenter, gun, something, laptop. So I got a laptop and I've got a phone, which is iPhone, and I got earbuds as well, iPhone AirPods. So I don't have to spend anything. The company gives me everything, which is really good to communicate and for the business, everything. So I can use my for my personal as well, which is really great. Whereas in India, you get a mobile and then your laptop, and then I don't think so it will be iPhone. Most probably you'll get a laptop. Whereas when I was working in India, I didn't get anything. Or laptop கொடுக்கல, or phone எதுவுமே கொடுக்கல. But here I joined as a entry level post. I got everything. So that's really great. So the company will take you as give you lots of support. And yeah, library should be really great when you consider as a university student. Library should be, they will give you a lot of specifications over there, like it's a peaceful place to study. I know Sairam has a library, a really good library. I went over there only 3 times. To be honest, 3 தடவை நான் லைப்ரரி போயிருக்கேன் because எனக்கு யூஸ் இல்ல. But when I came to masters, I came every day to library because I had the reason to go library. லைப்ரரி போனா தான் வந்து என்னால படிக்க முடியும், எனக்கு நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கிடைக்கும், இன்டர்நெட் ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியும். லேப்டாப், they will give me a laptop for like 1 week. Arish, you can use this laptop, and then I have to return and I have to get another one. So laptop loans இருக்கு. So visiting library is really good. I would suggest if department promotes you to visit the library, it will be really good. Actually, they might give you some assignments, so it's one of the best thing. And yeah, practice. So if I'm working in a company, so I've got to practice emails. So in India, I've used only 3 to 4 times while I was studying in bachelor's in civil engineering, and I've never used emails even in working as well. So just ஒரு புக் எடுத்துருவேன், போவேன், எழுதுவேன், அவ்வளவுதான். அந்த புக்கையை பார்த்து தான் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பேன். ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் நாலேஜ், அந்த நாலேஜ்லாம் வந்து டெவலப்பே பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. காலேஜ்லயும் அவ்வளவும் யூஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி இல்ல, அதுவும் ஒர்க்லயும் யூஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி இல்ல. ஸோ இந்தியா இஸ் லைக் தட். பட் இன் அப்ராட் இட்ஸ் நாட் லைக் தட். படிக்கும் போதே they will give you Microsoft account, they will give you everything like Excel, AutoCAD, everything they will give you. You have to practice in your learning environment and you have to go work and you have to use it over there. So when I came to office in London, well, I've got all the experience in Microsoft, like Outlook, Teams, everything, and I'm very familiar with that now. So they will train you in university. So that's one of the things. And next, awards. So there is kind of an award in abroad university. If you go to abroad, you'll get lots of awards. For example, there is a Kingston award which I've got. So only 2 Indians got. So you can see in the picture, நாங்க 2 பேர் மட்டும் தான் வந்து இந்தியன்ஸ்லயே out of 400 students or 300 students, I think so. நாங்க 2 பேர் மட்டும் தான் வாங்கணும் because nobody is going to spend some time to study everything like that. So everyone came to enjoy the life in abroad. So yeah, just 2 of them got that award. So awards நிறைய இருக்கு. So when you get an award in abroad, out of the country, coming across the sea, it is really great. And that award is recognizable in all over the globe and all over the London, all over the India, something like that. So which you have to think about is when you give. So it's kind of a little bit hard, but when you award apply for the பெரிய விஷயம் இல்ல. If you study well and if you do apply to the category, you'll get the award. So kind of like that. Let's go to the language. So English, do you speak English? I know everyone can speak English, but you have to improve your English. Even when I came to London, my English was a little bit bad. Even still now mine is bad, but I'm trying to improve. But yeah, if you speak English, you have to speak a common intermediate language. So American English will be different, British will be different. But in India, we are speaking British English, which is really good for me. I'm along with British people. So make sure you learn, you speak with English, and you better develop your language. Next, yeah, it's French. So like I said, French is the next thing you need to speak. So once you're very good with English, you can learn French. So once you got the French as well, you can go to Canada, you can go to Italy. So most of the people in abroad uses French. So it will be really useful for you. And yes, and the last is Germany, German language. So if you got German language, you can be in Germany with zero cost and you can have a good career. So that's one of the things I can tell you now. And next, the entry system. Make sure if you need any GRE, TOEFL, IELTS for the country. For sometimes UK doesn't need IELTS. Sometimes Canada needs an IELTS. Sometimes America needs a GRE. So choose the course, choose the university, and look if you need those exam marks to get into that university. For example, my university didn't have the eligibility of getting IELTS, but now they have. So it has changed now. So you have to look for that. Go to the university website and research yourself and look for minimum academic marks required. If you got more than 7.5 CGPA or 6.5, I'm not sure 6.5, but I'm sure about 7.5 CGPA. And if you got good marks in 10th and 12th, well, it is considerable in some times. So make sure you have good academic marks. Well, particularly, but just get a mark actually. It will be useful later in future. Yeah, look if related degree needed. For example, if I've got civil engineering and I've got civil project management, construction project management. So it is relatable. Some people have come from civil engineering, they have studied into energy development, which is not matchable, and they have lost 21 years of studying into their life, and they have entered a new life called energy development. So you have to consider that. So think what you have to do, what's going to be relating. And next will be future. It's waste of seriously. If you want to go US, you can go and you can enjoy your life. But if you want to settle there, it's waste of time because the president will be changing the rules and you have to work like 10 to 15 years. So it's a long time period actually. And no job security. So if you lose the job, you have to come to India. Well, it's waste of time every time in your lifetime. So I would not suggest you to go to US. And yeah, look for common speaking language. For example, New Zealand and yeah, Canada half English and British completely English, kind of like that. And look for PR options. Like I said, Canada will be having 3 years PR option. Once you have studied your masters and you have worked 1 year in Canada for 3 years, you can get PR. Whereas in UK, you have to work like 5 years. Whereas in US, you have to work like 15 years. So whereas in New Zealand, you have to work like 4 years, something like that. So look for PR options. So abroad, why people are going to abroad, you have to think like an adult. For example, once you get married and you get kids, everything will be free in abroad. For example, you don't have to give money for your kids. You don't have to the government will obviously will support you. Like they will give 50% for your buying a house. They will give you 50% funding for food, living costs, stuff kind of like that. So abroad is a good option actually. But some countries are good for something. For example, UK is good for IT. Germany is good for mechanical stuff, kind of like that. So you have to see which country is good for construction. But most probably, every country has construction opportunity. While I was coming to UK, my Radiance managing director told me he's signing my resign letter. UK புரியாப்பா அங்கெல்லாம் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸே இல்லை எப்படி புரியோ போ இந்த பார்த்து போயிட்டோப்பா அப்படின்னு. So when I am stepping out of the company, it's like it's demotivating me, which I don't really like. If I'm going to do something, well, if you get the motivation, if you get the encouragement, you can go anywhere. So but construction existing in everywhere, you can have the confidence. As long as you do the hard work and you have the dedication, you can go anywhere in the country. Next, look for the university facilities, speak to alumni, use LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn is the most important thing. You have to use it every day. So make use of it actually. Next, yeah, now I'm coming to the trouble why you should not take abroad. Fees will be 15 to 40 lakhs. So that's really hard actually. Yeah, some people can take a loan and yeah, if you can succeed, it will be easy. It will be really hard for the first 2 to 3 years, but it will be easy. So yeah, you have to consider the fees. It's a financial risk actually. Next thing is why only few succeed. So approximately only 30 to 40 people got the job after completing my master's course, whereas I got 200 people in my course and 170 people are Indians and only 30 to 40 people got the job. What are you going to do actually if you didn't get the job? You're going to spend 15 to 40 lakhs and then you didn't get the job and then you have to come back to India and you have to work again like 20k or 30k in the minimum. So you have to think about it actually. So yeah, you can even ask me how did I succeed. I'll tell you later. But yeah, from my eyes, based on Sri Sairam Engineering alumni data, from my eyes, I personally know so far in civil engineering department, I came to know one of my 2 years seniors, she's in UK, and one of my classmates, he came to UK, and me. So out of 3 of them, just me. So 1 in 3 got job. You can think me, I'm lucky, but I'm not lucky. I'll tell you why I got the job. But yeah, the thing is, they have started to search the job, to hunt the job in only last 2 months, where I've started to hunt the job the day I've entered into UK. So I've entered into UK on January 8th. I've started the search on January 9th. So 11 months of failure. So every month, every day, I see a failure, rejection email in the morning. I get disappointed. I've been trying 11 months, but they have been trying only 2 months because they didn't take it seriously. So you have to have the hard work, and nobody is going to tell you apply for the job. Nobody is going to push you. Nobody is going to do anything. You have to wake up. You have to come along with it. ஸோ நீங்க நினைச்சா மட்டும்தான் வந்து இது பண்ண முடியும். அவங்க சொல்றாங்க இவங்க சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்லாம் வந்து போகவே முடியாது. You have to think it. You have to pressure yourself. If you have hard work, if you have dedication, trust me, something good will happen. Believe in miracles. It will always happen. Okay, tips to succeed in your life. Yeah, LinkedIn. Well, I would suggest 100% to use of it. Lots of people like me are in it. If you are a professional, you must be in LinkedIn. Or professional kandipa LinkedIn la irupang. So if you want to get some ideas, go to LinkedIn, text them, connect them. Obviously, I'm 100% sure they will text you. Don't worry. For example, I text 100 people of British people in UK, but I got reply only 10 people. But that 10 people is valuable to me because they gave me the information. So seek for information. And next thing, make sure you know how to drive a car and get a driving license, because civil engineering is traveling. So you need driving license. If you get the driving license, you'll get a car, you'll get a fuel card. Even in India, you'll get a car and you'll get a fuel card. You can claim your expense, everything. So it is really good thing. But in abroad, you'll get the car and you'll get the fuel card in the entry level roads itself. So make use of your driving license as well. And Hindi is must. ஆலப்போன தமிழ் அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காதீங்க. ஹிந்தி படிச்சுதான் ஆகணும், வேற வழியே இல்லை. மாட்டி வந்தாச்சு, சிவில் எடுத்தாச்சு, படிச்சுதான் ஆகணும். ஸோ இட்ஸ் அ மஸ்ட் லாங்குவேஜ் ஃபார் சிவில் இன்ஜினியரிங். I personally believe department should motivate and encourage students to speak Hindi. So yeah, without Hindi, you cannot reach to higher level. You can still think you can survive, but you cannot go to a higher level. If you want to go in a top or rich position, you have to learn Hindi. And the next thing is, yeah, when I'm like down, when I don't get any positivity, I used to watch motivational videos. So Sabutri YouTube channel, Minute Mystery, Rishipedia. So those 3 channels are really good for your knowledge and gives you a little bit of motivation. It's kind of an encyclopedia. You can know what's happening and you can know lots of interesting facts. So make sure you use. So don't use waste of time in watching movies as well. Make sure you watch at least one good video in a day. You get some motivation and get some information as well. And the next is site visits and 1 week work experience. Well, yeah, 1 week work experience is really, really important. Now, one week work experience third year la pona na adhik ponna suma enjoy பண்றதுக்கு போனேன். But நான் எதுவுமே கத்துக்கல, சும்மா என்ஜாய் பண்றது ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட. But I feel this, I'm seriously ashamed now. So yeah, 1 week work experience பே அப்போ ஒழுங்கா யூஸ் பண்ணினா நான் இந்தியாலே கொஞ்சம் பெட்டர் பொசிஷன்ல இருந்திருப்பேன். So yeah, make sure you learn something in college. And site visits are really mandatory. Ask your department. I know they will not take you, but demand site visits. It's really, really important. So only if students demand, you can go. If the department doesn't suggest you, well, find yourself, get yourself a site visit in Saturday or Sunday. There's a lot of construction sites going around you, so just go yourself. Certificate doesn't matter, your knowledge matters. You just have to know what's happening in the site. And the next thing is attend career fair and job fair. So you'll be thinking placements will come to the to a college. We can see over there placements வாங்க பாத்துக்கலாம் மட்டும் நினைச்சுக்காதீங்க. I've placed in a company where I've attended a job fair outside of the college. So yeah, mostly visit Chennai Trade Center, stuff kind of like that, and like learn where the career fair and job fair happening, because attend those, seek information, what you need, improve your contacts. Contacts is really, really important. So get information mostly. So that's one of the main thing. Yeah, attend job fair and career fair. And any doubts? Yeah, Google is your best friend. Actually, just ask me, I'll ask Cecil, and yeah, Google is your best friend. You can always, everything you can ask me in Google and you'll get an answer. And yeah, haven't covered about GATE, TANSET, MBA, and professional bodies like Institute of Civil Engineering and Professional Engineer and CIOB, stuff kind of like that, RICS. But it is really good that it's your homework. Like, go to Google, find professional bodies of civil engineering, register yourself. It is completely free. When you're a student, it's completely free. Membership is free. If you're free and if you've got the membership in those professional bodies, you can see what are the career fairs, what are the events, what are the webinars. It will be lots and lots of useful information are there, and you can develop your contacts. Contacts is really, really important. Any doubts, please speak for yourself, never hesitate. So don't ever feel ashamed. I was like you guys. So India இருக்கும்போது எதுக்கு டவுட்லாம் கேட்டுக்கிட்டு தனியா போய் கேட்டுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு தான் இருந்தேன். But when I came to UK, I never cared about anyone. I used to stand up and I used to ask doubts to the teacher. So it's a lot of things actually. So you have to ask the doubt actually. So don't feel ashamed for that. So far I finished. I gave a lot of information. I am here for you guys. So make use of me. I am your construction guide. I am your career guide. If you want to speak to me, just email me. If you want to speak, even if you want to speak to me social media, well, I can be available only in LinkedIn. You can text me over there, and that's how I can help you. Well, I'm here for next couple of minutes. You can ask me if you have any doubt. Thank you guys. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank department for everything. Thanks for sharing my experience with the students. Thank you. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Then you are hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Very inspirational and motivational talk from your side. It is the need of the day for the present civil engineering students. They will also follow your successful stepping stones. And many of our present final year students are dreaming to come to London for higher studies and also work in private sectors like you. And after watching your inspirational talk, the present final year students, both boys and girls, they are not sitting in Sairam College. They are dreaming to fly to London for doing master degree programs. That kind of dreams are very much essential because dream only comes true. You are also dreamed a lot and you work for that one, and today your dream is successful. Similarly, after seeing your very motivational talks, almost all the final year students are started flying to London. If they succeed, out of 50 students, if 5 or 10 students, if they get an opportunity, as you said, in Germany or Canada or London or some other foreign countries to do post-graduation, that is the success in their life. That is the success of Sairam. That is the success of civil engineering department. And we are so fortunate today having Harish Loganathan with us. And we expect during your free time, you please contact Muhammad Ashik. Whenever you want to talk with our students, interact with our students, you are most welcome. And thank you very much accepting our invitations and sharing your valuable thoughts. Students like you, I am always motivating the present second year, third year, and final year students. Alumni are the guiding star. Alumni are the successful stars. They will always shine on the sky, and you have to follow them. And your inspirational and motivational words will always inject the present final year students to do something new in their life. Rather than servicing their duties in India, they can start their service in the younger age in the foreign countries. God bless you all. Have a bright future in London. And don't forget to call for your marriage functions and all other good activities.
I'll definitely come to India and do those stuff in India. Well, London is only for working, where you can enjoy the culture, everything. But when it comes to marriage, it comes only in India. And yeah, if I come to India, definitely I'll come to college and I'll give a more brief technology talk with students interactive. And I've got a lot of plans. Actually, I had a plan to come this year, but due to this COVID, I didn't come. But hopefully next year I might come and I'll be touching Nashik, sir. I can do a face-to-face and it will be really useful for students.
Yes, your physical presence in our department will also give a very good outcome to the students. You are most welcome. If you visit India, you please visit your institution. Your institution is your hometown. You never forget the institution. Because of Sairam only, today you are in London.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I realized that those days I ventured only in Sairam. Even in school, I didn't enjoy. Lots of people will say Sairam is really a strict one. But personally, I studied. I'm an average student. ஒரு ஆவரேஜா படிக்கும் போது என்ன யாரும் எந்த கேள்வியும் கேட்கல. ஐ வாஸ் என்ஜாயிங். ஸோ ஐ நோ வைதிகி மேம், பமிலா மேம், நிஷா மேம், நாசிக் சார். ஸோ எவ்ரி ஒன் வாஸ் தேர் ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ ஒரு ஆவரேஜா நான் படிச்சுட்டேன், பாஸ் ஆயிட்டு ஒரு 70 மார்க் எடுக்கும்போது என்ன யாரும் எதுவும் கேட்கல. ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் என்ஜாயிங்.
You have forgotten another faculty, Sublakshmi madam. She is also.
Oh yeah, I still remember her actually. Yeah, அவங்களும் எங்களுக்கு ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் எடுத்தாங்க. ஸோ யா, ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் எல்லாமே எனக்கு ரொம்ப சப்போர்ட்டிவா இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு ஆவரேஜா படிச்சுட்டு மார்க் எடுத்தா யாருமே டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணல என்ன. அதனால ஸோ ஐம் வெரி கிரேட்ஃபுல் ஃபார் திஸ் சப்போர்ட். அவங்க இருக்கிறதுனால தான் நான் இங்க இருக்கேன்.
Thank you, Harish Loganathan. You recollected many memories from 2019, and it is a very good initiative for you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful talks. I'm here to present the vote of thanks for today's webinar. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this webinar to all dignitaries assembled here. On behalf of Civil Department, Sri Sairam Engineering College, I would like to thank our beloved CEO, Sri Sai Prakash Muthu, Principal Dr. K. Kumaran, HOD of Civil Department, Dr. S. Bhalawati for arranging this wonderful talk. I extend my gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Harish Loganathan, Junior Contractor Management at Dual Bow, to take out his time from his busy schedule to praise this event for this webinar. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day and showing a new paths by making your excellent presentations. This webinar will be becoming an interesting and informative. Once again, I thank all our choral corporations, and also I would like to thank all the students present here for paying your attention. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do you guys want to ask anything? Do you guys want to ask anything to me, or shall I leave?
ரெண்டு கொடுத்துறோம் சார்.